Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Media Intruder. Welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Well, last time we picked up Liara, and that's gonna make life a whole lot easier going forwards, because Liara is a biotic, and back in Mass Effect 1, biotics were two things in particular. One, they were ludicrously powerful under pretty much all circumstances, and two, they were fun. Alright, biotics were just great fun because you could just physics people to death. It was marvellous. So, okay, time to take Liara out for a spin, get her spec'd up because, oh yeah, we're gonna be using her a lot. Though if I recall correctly, before we actually leave Artemis Tau, yes, there was a distress signal that Admiral Kahoku on the Citadel wanted me to investigate over in Sparta. Right down over here on Edulus. Marvellous. So, I'm sorry, Liara, this actually isn't the best mission for you, in some ways, though I will say, it is a good mission for Tali. Which is kind of perfect, because Tali and Liara are the only two we haven't brought out yet, so Tali is basically your tech specialist, Liara, your biotic, because as you may have noticed, yes, Mass Effect 1 was kind of unique in the fact it gave you 6 companions, one for each of the classes that you yourself could have. So Ashley Williams, she's the soldier. Then you've got Garrus, he's the sniper, the infiltrator, just like me. Then you have got Tali, engineer, Vanguard, Rex, Sentinel, Kaidan, and biotic Liara. So absolutely lovely, though it does unfortunately mean, yes, as much as we love Garrus, he's not going to have too much screen time during this playthrough because me and him basically have all the same abilities, and generally doubling up isn't that helpful. Though there will be times he'll definitely have a use. For this mission, though, we're going outside in the Mako. The Mako sometimes might need some repairing, and yeah, you're going to be wanting plenty of tech skill for that, so Tali does actually have a role in this mission. So, alright, happy with that squad, so just drop us off if you'd be so kind, absolutely flippin' lovely. Down onto the ground we go, to go and rescue some Marines, except, though it sounds like a fairly small, simple fetch mission, this is actually the beginning of one of the biggest, most interesting missions in Mass Effect 1, which also has long-reaching consequences into the next 2 games, even though it feels like a really small side mission. So, let's get the squad up to snuff here. So, Tali, she is, yes, a pistol and shotgun user. So, okay, I say that, you know, these characters are supposed to be like the same class as you've got. It's not entirely, because yes, Tali gets shotguns, a normal engineer doesn't get shotguns. So, yeah, she just sort of has a couple of bonus abilities you wouldn't have in her position. So, okay, what do we want for Tali? Honestly, she's heavily dependent on her shields, because she doesn't have access to fitness or anything. So, the amount of health she's got is never going to be that spectacular. She's an okay support character, and I must have already taken her out because I can't help but notice she's already got a giant pile of lovely, lovely points associated with her. So I'm sure that's all absolutely fine. I may have just forgotten. Yes, she really, really needs her shield. So she's already got Master Overload. I mean, honestly, I could just give her giant piles of extra shielding just so she's got it. Or I could move her towards hacking. I mean, not a bad idea, just on the off chance she actually, yeah, runs into, you know, a little basic Gethos. I mean, it's kind of hilarious. Not the best ability, but it's okay. Give her Master Sabotage, max out electronics just to max out that shield, and then, honestly, that's probably not bad. Maybe move her towards Advanced Shield Boost as well. That's all absolutely fine. Liara, though, okay, we definitely haven't taken her out yet. Now this is the good stuff right here. Now at first glance, yes, of course, she's very similar to Kaidan in some ways. She starts off with throw, she's going to need to unlock lift, but, she's also got singularity, which is basically just a black hole of doom that just knackers everyone within a mile radius using physics. And of course warp, which Rex already has too. Warp is honestly not the best thing in the world. It slightly reduces their armor rating, if you like. It also does a little bit of damage, but the damage is hardly spectacular. Really, to my mind, the only thing you want warp for is getting access to singularity, which is much, much, much better. So, a vortex, which has got a radius of 4 meters, and then it just goes up, and up, and up some more. This, potentially, you want to rush straight up to Master, because it's just so damn fun. But on the other hand, she does also need lift, which is, yeah, more targeted support, because biotics are... Well, okay, generally I say biotics are crowd control. That's a bit unfair and a bit of an oversimplification. Biotics actually do kind of everything. Now, Singularity, that's great crowd control against a large number of weak enemies. Marvellous, just disable the entire bloody crowd of them. But if you also want to take out one single tough enemy, lift them up and then throw them. And that is a ton of physics damage too. So, I mean, honestly, you've also got... Yeah, a radius, because lift has got good radius too. So, good against single targets, but good against groups as well. So, honestly, let's just get this up to advanced lift. That's never going to hurt. Give her at least a little bit of barrier, so she's got some extra defense, because she can get electronics, which is nice for more shielding like Tali's got. But, honestly, are you ever really going to want her to have that? And again, if you're a biotic, you don't get electronics, so your companions do have some different stuff going for them. Meanwhile, yeah, okay. Asari's scientist just makes her work better as a doctor combined with recharge time, which is... I mean, it's fine, but it's not great. I prefer Caden as a healer, because yes, he gets himself access to medicine, and thus neural shock, which Liara does not. Honestly, screw it, I'm just going all in on biotics. Let's get Singularity straight up to Master, because it's just too hilarious not to. And I've actually got 4 points for myself too. So, could get pistols up to next level of Marksman. That's actually, yeah, more bonus damage with headshots. So, that's worth having a think about. Alternatively, I'm falling behind on my tech mines, like, a lot, actually. Might just get Master Overload straight out. And then get Charm up to as high as it can go, because, yeah, just don't let that fall behind, otherwise you need to take care of it later. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. That's not bad as a starting point. Not least as Overload is kind of the most useful ability, even if you're not taking on, say, robots or even people without shields. Because, yeah, Master Overload, 30% more vulnerable to damage for 10 seconds. That's not bad. That's a lot of bonus damage. Anyway, back out onto the planet, and yes, indeed, we have got ourselves a distress signal with a whole bunch of dead people around it. So, how about we just go into this entirely empty, not suspicious crater where everybody's dead and there's no possible explanation for that. And we might just discover there is an explanation for... Oh my goodness, it's a Thresher. You gotta love Thresher. How about we just... Oh, blimey. I've been immediately hit by the goo. Thresher are great. They can dig underground. They've got extra little stage to them now. They've got sensory tentacles. So you've got to take them out to lure him out. Otherwise, you know, there's going to be trouble and whatnot. So just get over. Can you just ram them, by the way? I kind of just want to ram them. I'm going to be honest, I want to... Ooh, they can also attack. And they... Oh, they really bloody hurt, actually. Okay, might have made a bit of a mistake here. Where's the Thresher? I think he's in this part of the world. Okay, I might want to get out of his crater for the time being, or I am about to die. Okay, new tentacles. That's new. Right, how about we just go and hide over here for a second and do some repairs. This is why we bring Tali along. She's very, very good at repairing. There we go, straight back up to strength, no trouble whatsoever. In fact, yep, she did that in like half the time we needed. Okay. So. Thresher Morse. You may recall, I went for the Sole Survivor origin, which means my Shepherd's, you know, defining background story is he was once trapped by some Thresher Moors that killed all of his soldier companions, and he was the only one who survived. So, it's kind of sad in a way that, you know, there's not more of a terrified screaming voice line, because this has got to be a bit traumatic for Shepherd, alright? There's a bit of deja vu going on here. But you know what? No, screw that nonsense. Instead, it's time for revenge. Because now, yes, I've got boosters and whatnot. So, okay. Where's the Thresher? Let's just get you back out and around. And there he is. Just put some firepower on him. And he's going to spit at me. But that's all absolutely fine. Because, yes, he's going to struggle to hit me potentially. If need be, just use my boosters. And then he's going to hide underground. And now we've got a new thingy. Oh. Okay, he's moving over there. I think I might have moved out of his range, unfortunately. So, okay. Is he still a bit wounded, or do we need to begin? Oh, hang on, I'm a bit... No, he's not. He's still a bit wounded. That's good. And go! To make sure we do that, using my new boosted ability. And he doesn't feel as strong as he once did. And in a moment, he's going to be nipping underground. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of... Uh-oh. Okay, well, there might be tentacles, or he might be planning to... Okay, on this occasion, he just charged straight at me. So that's fine. Give a bit of a boost, and... get one more hit in if we're lucky. Watch out, because yeah, if he pops up underneath you, you're in a bit of trouble. Though these days, he does kind of go, "Ooh, look at me, I'm around under the ground." So, you know, that helps a bit. Okay, so I think he's coming after me right now. But that's fine. Because I can just take this lovely little tentacle out. Is that going to actually draw him out, by the way? Or maybe just, yeah, keep a bit of distance. He's definitely trying to trap me, isn't he? Yes, he is. But that's all absolutely fine. It's actually hurting him. I don't know if that's actually hurting him. Okay, this didn't used to be a phase, but that's all absolutely a-okay. Just get round and... Okay, he doesn't seem to be tracking me right this second. Or if he is, he got stuck. So, go. There's another one. And one more. Yeah, right in the base over there. Okay, he's going over here now, because now he doesn't know where I am. Now he's going over to... Don't let him come up beneath you. That could be trouble. Can I lure him out by, like... Oh! There he is. Alright, one nice in the middle of you. Avoid the... Oh! Did he get me? I think he got me a little bit there. Oh! He got me a second time there as well, actually. And go. You don't actually need to be in, yeah, shooty mode if you don't need to. Maybe just stop and get a little bit of healing going on while he's just moving over there. If we're lucky, we can finish it in this phase. Tali's so good at healing the thing, it's... Where's my gun? Okay, didn't have it. Oh, blimey. Okay, don't try and ram him. I kind of thought I had a, you know, a cannon, but there you flipping go. Apparently not. Okay, one more. If he goes, hopefully he doesn't go to the next phase and get his flipping McGibbles out. No, he didn't. And down he... Excuse me. I feel like I should have already had him, but whatever. There we go. Got him that time. Say got him. I'm still slightly on fire, but he doesn't seem too dead, to be honest. He kind of feels like he just retreated underground. So, okay. You know what I love about Thresher? They're one of the most fearsome, terrifying, nightmarish creatures in the entirety of the Mass Effect universe. Like, by the third game, yeah, let's just say they are established as pretty much the universe's #1 mega badass, and there's no question about that. But in Mass Effect 1, if you just play the main campaign, and, like, you know, don't go to any little side planets that you've got no reason to go to aside from side missions, you never run into one. They're the toughest, nastiest bastards in the world, and you just might never be aware of their existence. If you don't go for Sole Survivor, you'd have no reason to know they were ever there, which is, I think, kind of wonderful, that if you go out into the middle of nowhere, you discover terrifying monsters far worse than anything on any civilized planet, with the kind of vague implication being no one would ever be mad enough to actually choose to colonize a planet that's got Thresher Moors on them. The only colonized planet with a Thresher Moor on it is the Krogan homeworld, and they were sort of already there, so they didn't choose to colonize it. But every other time, Thresher Moor basically means don't you flipping bother colonizing this world, that would be dumb and ludicrous. Anyway, that's all we needed to know. These poor lads, they got killed by a Thresher Moor, but yes, potentially they got specifically lured into it. There's something untoward going on here. But before we deal with that, Liara, I think we need a chance to see your abilities in action, and I think I know just the place to do it. We were asked by Gareth to find his missing brother. We have got a location, so Horsehead Nebula, Strenuous System. So, okay, that is going to be taking place in a little small environment that might just be perfect for Liara to show off her abilities. So, out we come from Edalus, and from Sparta, and from Artemis Tau. So, Horsehead Nebula, that's my next destination. I just can't remember where that is precisely. Here we go, same place as Noveria, though we're not going there just yet. And you know what I love about Mass Effect 1 as well? It actually made you explore, again, just reinforcing this idea you are actually out in space, exploring. Because not only do you need to go to the, you know, right system by just knowing what its name is, looking it up in the journal, no quest markers in this game, you don't just get told, hey, go over here. You may notice immediately there's no ship in this system, not immediately visible, Anyway, you've got to find it. Now, I happen to know it's over here, close by to this planet, but you wouldn't know that was there unless you just happened to stumble across it. And if you do happen to stumble across it, without speaking to Gareth, you can just go and do this anyway. Still, looking at the ship, things aren't looking so hot. Derelict, leaking, generally a bad call. But, planet nearby, that's where we need to go. Previously, you couldn't land on this planet. Now we've scanned the ship we can, because we know there's something down there that's worth investigating. So we could be going into a bit of a fight here, so okay, let's give our first run out to what may be one of the big teams going forward. Rex, ridiculous strong frontliner. Alright, tons of health, tons of shields, tons of regen. Also, comes with some free biotics, which is really, really damn nice. So, excellent frontliner. Liara, stay at the back, use powerful biotics. These two together are mighty. And also, they just have some really charming interactions too. Ah, check out the new Blizzard effects. Very, very fancy indeed. Love it. Oh, hello. I've run into another bloody Thresher more. Actually, didn't even mean to on this occasion. Yes, watch out for... I've accidentally knocked myself on the back. This is never a... This isn't a good thing. This is generally a bad thing, actually. Okay, I might want to just get out of here, actually. Because I've accidentally gone into a Thresher Moor's territory and then immediately flipped myself on my back, which is, you know, not a good thing in many ways. Maybe we just say, yeah, you know what, buddy? You can stay here. That's fine. I don't need that thing over there. Then again, now he's messed up my ship. I kind of want some revenge. Here we go. I've got him in a good loop right now. For the most part, yeah, range in particular. The spread really works against him, so you can just, excuse me. Anytime, yeah, there you go. Down he goes. Took a bit of a knock. Good money from selling the, I don't know, giblets or whatever. But yes, if you can just sort of loop around him, he generally doesn't cause too much trouble. Watch out for big, empty, cratery sort of things. That tends to be where they live. They can't really live on, you know, lots of hills or whatever. They're stuck on the big flats. So watch out for big, you know, frozen lakes, flat desert craters, stuff of that nature. I'm just ignoring the mercenary count for a second, and yeah, there's some lovely environmental storytelling in this game, which is, if you just go around the planet, okay, fine, it's not going to change the world, but this isn't just, you know, a pile of rocks. It's a pile of rocks that's also next to a second thing you can clear up. A corpse where someone was blatantly trying to, you know, lock down these minerals themselves. This was a prospector, but unfortunately, he died. Someone took him out. Who? Well, you know, there's pirates on this very planet. They didn't appreciate someone stealing their stuff, so environmental storytelling. Just Mass Effect 1 is the best, isn't it? They were just the right size, these planets, alright? They didn't take too long to explore. You could get from one side of them to the other in a matter of minutes, but they felt just about big enough, and it's why the Mako was so important, because when you were in the Mako, it felt like you were moving way, way faster. So as a result of that, it felt like, you know, worlds are actually pretty bloody tiny, actually felt really, really damn big. No one left of this camp, generator still functioning, so this will be the camp of the guy who died. And this gives me a giant pile of stuff I might wish to go and investigate locally. So now I know where there's nearby treasure. Just ram this guy's stuff out of the way. This planet's got a lot of good stuff on it. It's just lovely. This game was a joy. This is a random planet where, you know, you don't really need to come here. Some random guy says, hey, my brother's missing. Do you want to go and explore? There's an entire unmarked, unmentioned submission here about, you know, tracking down some prospector, figuring out where he died, finding his camp, reading his note, using that to find more stuff that's really valuable going forwards. And on this occasion, a beacon was a Geth trap. There's just a Geth armature floating around here. So honestly, that's all absolutely fine. I can just get some distance between me and the Geth, and as soon as I've got some distance, we should be in no trouble whatsoever. Their cannons can be a little bit problematic if you're actually at near range, but again, they've got the problems of spread. Unfortunately for them, I'm playing Mass Effect Remastered, so spread isn't a thing that exists anymore, you stupid losers. Marvellous. And if you're curious, well, hang on, why are the Geth on this random planet? This random planet is only one system over from Noveria, where we've already had Geth sightings confirmed. So, yep, they're just looking down the nearby area, making sure there's no nearby trouble. It just It all makes sense. This game is so elegant. I'd forgotten that these Geth were here. I'd forgotten I was walking into this random ambush. But even then, it makes sense regardless. You know, within seconds, I can, you know, just explain to myself, to my satisfaction, why would Geth be here? Oh, because we're in a system where Geth had already been sighted. So that makes perfect bloody sense. Also, important thing to think about, I see plenty of people kind of missing. When you're dealing with characters who are mainly about biotics or support, their weapon output is always going to be pretty low. So don't maximize their weapon output. Instead, use them for conditions. Alright, status stuff. So, Liara over here, she's never going to be killing much with her pistol, but if I give her some chemical rounds, well, all of a sudden, she's putting a certain amount of damage over time on everybody she shoots, which arguably is going to be way more useful than actually trying to just maximize damage. An alternative solution would be radioactive rounds to help, you know, make sure my enemies can't use their abilities as effectively. That'd certainly be an option too. But yeah, for me, I'm going to be giving her good quality chemical rounds. Now, we also got to level up after that, and yes, if I'm currently in a situation where neither Rex or Liara have tech powers, I should probably make sure my tech powers are up to snuff. So, Advanced Sabotage, Master Overload, not a bad starting point. Over to Rex. My good man, probably best we just make you the tank to end all tanks, Master Immunity for 6 seconds of you basically being untouchable with 300 points of health thanks to maxed out Fitness 2, absolutely beautiful. And Liara, you just max out that throw, which is also very powerful, because the physics damage when someone hits something is marvellous. I see you've got a handful of missile turrets, but unfortunately, yes, they're firing rather slow missiles, actually, so avoiding all of this is not going to be a problem. Just move out of the way. The closer you get, of course, the more problematic it might theoretically be. Just take out the missile turrets first, please. These guys are really not any problem whatsoever. Move backwards. Couple of good solid hits will take that out. Take you guys out first, and I suspect there might be a couple of people, you know, trying to guard the front door. Yes, snipers and whatnot. Lardy flippin' dar, so excuse me. Excuse the flip out of me. So we'll just be setting all of you on fire. There we go. No barriers for you. Just knock them off their feet if you want with a giant cannon. That's always a fun time too. Excuse me. No. No, 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 zoom in. And one more. That should do the job. Apparently there's someone around the back. I always like running over the last person, right? That just brings me a lot of joy. Oh, he's a sniper. Oh, he's a sniper. That's unfortunate, because I've got a tank with a boost button. Is he dead now? Yep, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Marvellous. Right, shield coming back. No trouble there. The new UI is better in terms of, yeah, identifying how much health and shields your enemies have when they're healing, when their shields are coming back. It is an improvement. So, okay, let's go kill some pirates. The first outing for my proper bloody team. Though I will say, if you're looking at this and thinking, this is a bit familiar, isn't it? Yes, one problem Mass Effect 1 did have, and they haven't fixed this, which is a bit of a shame, is if you're not on a main plot mission, then there are 3 structures that literally any encounter will occur in. There is the warehouse, which we already saw previously, and now we're going to be seeing again. Then there is the bunker, and then finally there is the spaceship. And Rex, what did I just bloody tell you? Alright, into position, please. Into position. Alright, open the... Rex, you're in the way of the button that opens the door. Okay.
Kill them all.
And who have we got? Who have we got? Who have we got? Because what we want is... hello over there. I see you, Mr. Mercenary. Honestly, I feel like if I'm just going to marksman up a little bit, he's... Okay, explode that. I'm kind of... meet you under a fair whack of fire. Oh, there's... Oh, hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Have you guys decided you would like to, you know, just stand nearby to me? Liara! And now they're flipping flying, and while they're flying, what can they do? Naffle! That's what they can do. Oh, that's a bit more of a problem, mind. Okay, this is fine. Liara, knock him out the way, please. Oh, well, that's just lovely. Okay, so now, grenade! This is grenade time. Do a little bit of healing, by the way. He's now on immunity. Rex, I'd like you to go up against him. That's pretty bloody important. These two, I'm being a little bit rushed here. Okay, you at the back. I see you need, yeah, an overload. Perfect world. And Liara, I'd like you to lift this guy. Because right now he's using immunity, so he's really tough right now. But if we just lift him, then by the time he comes down, that won't be so much of an issue. So he's going to take a bit of bonus damage in the head right now. Oh, there's another Krogan. Okay, I'm being a little bit rushed here. This has gone a little bit wrong in some ways. What else do we have, by the way? My shield is still up. Rex does actually have a throw. One of them's dead. He's down on the ground. If we can just... Actually, you know what? Liara, warp him. That way he can't regen. And he's a Krogan, so he's going to come back in a second. There we go. No, he doesn't. We out-deal with him. And look at Rex. Rex is just going toe-to-toe with a Krogan. Krogan number 2 goes down. So does Rex. They took each other out. But I have Unity if need be. No, you don't. How are your cooldowns? Liara, get him up on his business, and if I can just get some headshots, that's going to be bonus damage. Down you go. Liara is alright. To be honest, I feel okay using Unity, which has got... Does that actually use medicine? I don't think it does. I think we're fine. So, okay, we survived, one hell of a little, upfront attack there. I'm honestly pretty happy with that, though it does once again confirm Insanity mode ain't what it used to be. Okay, so just... be ready. You know what? Rex, you head forward. Just draw him out. Because right now you're functionally unkillable. And he's going to lay down the fire. Try and draw him out. I'm going to move forward too. Into this cover. If I can get a shot at him. That's not bad. What bloody rifle am I using right now? I don't know, but it knocks people over. So, okay, at some point I've gone over to a rifle that does this, but honestly I'm using a hammerhead rounds, which I'm kind of okay with. So, Rex, you move over there, please. Just draw him out. Someone's up top. And, oh, someone said you must die. That might well mean a biotic. Often it does. So, everyone's cooldown should be under control. This has actually gone pretty well. And, oh, mercenary sniper. So, Liara, just isolate her, please. Lovely. And, yeah, you're just now in a corner. And then I'm just going to shoot you up the arse, and you're nice and dead. There's just a container up there. Okay, try not to forget that. We might be needing that later. And there's a sniper up top. Okay, guys, just head up there. Just go up top, please. Anytime you're ready. Okay, they can't figure out how stairs work, unfortunately. Oh, hang on, I think they might have got it. Are they going? I think he's going. Good, 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 good. They can take care of that. Though, to be honest, the radius is probably good enough. There we go. Look at that. You can just sort of go around the corner and boom, boom, boom. Did we get him? Someone got him. Pretty sure he's dead anyway. Yeah, look at that. The radius, that's the key. Because that's the nice thing about this game, which is there's a load of cover-based shooting, but it doesn't feel like traditional boring cover-based shooting because the vast majority of abilities have splash on them. You've got grenades all over the shop, you've got tech mines, you've got biotics, and all of them have got radius. So just because someone's in cover, it doesn't really mean they're, like, you know, safe or anything. So, okay, time for a bit of looting, because at the bare minimum, more Medi-Gel, that's never gonna hurt. And there's got to be some good containers around here. There we go, storage locker, and I did see that one up top a second ago. Fun change, by the way, I just noticed this one outside, which is, if you fail doing an unlocking, it used to say, well, you failed. Now, if you want to open it, you need to spend the Omni-Gel in order to get it open. That has now changed. If you fail, you're allowed to just try again. It's a bit more forgiving. Not sure I entirely think that's a good thing, but what can you do? I guess it's hardly a disaster. And also, hang on, I definitely saw something up here. So, okay, hang on. That's a thing you can open, right? How am I supposed to get up? Maybe it's just, you know, a bit of decoration. It might not be real. Yes, okay, you just go up the stairs. That's definitely a good idea. And, ooh, new biotic amp. So I don't need that, but that helps out biotics in various ways. New sniper rifle. That could be fun. And we're also just picking up more and more stuff dotted about here. But yeah, we're up to Class 4 pistols here. But if I had to guess, that Class 4 pistol is worse in every way than the Level 2 pistol you get on Eden Prime. Do not sleep on that thing. It is so good. The rifle, though, that's just better in every way. So go on. Avenger 4, that's all absolutely fine. These two, however, I feel like we can just break you down for gel. And this new rifle would appear to be... Yes, so much more traditional. I pull the trigger and then a thing happens. So to be honest, the burst rifles, it's not terrible in a way, just because, yeah, a nice burst rifle has a greater chance of knocking somebody down because I'm using hammerhead rounds. Still, we got ourselves one dead captain, unfortunately, so yes, he's a bit dead, but we do have a data pad that might reveal what happened. So, probably best to go and turn all that in, because I think you get the point as to why I like this particular team. Shepard, if he can just on his own, can do ridiculous amounts of damage as an infiltrator, both in terms of tech mines and in terms of sniping. Liara can just basically take vastly stronger enemies and just take them out of the fight for 10-15 seconds, where you can just keep shooting them. And Rex just goes head-to-head with some of the biggest, toughest enemies in the game, and he just doesn't care. He will survive anything. Before we do head back to the Citadel, though, to turn all that in, it is worth always just keeping in mind, when you're playing this game, have I done the rounds on my ship recently? Because, yeah, don't forget, you don't need to go back to the Citadel to do your shopping. You've got a shop built in on board. Admittedly, when you speak to people, not everybody's story is equal. Some people's story is not that interesting. To my mind, Tali doesn't have that much of an interesting story going on. Liara doesn't. Kaidan sort of does. The real stars are Rex and Garrus. They've got some really fun stories to tell. Rex in particular, he's actually got some stuff that adds to the main plot once you understand it. But you may as well, you know, get to learn everybody's ins and outs. So we'll start with Kaidan, given he's right here.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah. We'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same, but things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
You see, this is why I like just speaking to companions in Mass Effect 1, which is, it's not just them dumping backstory on you that's like, oh, my sister, I sure miss my sister. She's been missing for a long time. I sure hope she doesn't. Oh my goodness, I just got an email. It's from my sister. She's on this planet over here. Commander, can we go and speak to her? Which kind of happens a bit more in Mass Effect 2. In Mass Effect 1, the conversations you have really flesh out the universe a lot. So no one actually in the game, if you're just following the main story, ever really says, okay, what's a biotic? Where do they come from? Why do humans have biotics now in the future, but, you know, in our current present, given this game set a bit in the future, do we not have biotics? Okay, there was this new element. When humans were exposed to it in the womb, it led to the existence of biotics. Potentially some corporations did some dodgy stuff where they intentionally exposed people, but, you know, as time went on, they couldn't admit to that anymore, but some biotics had a really hard time of it in the meantime. That's fun, it's interesting, it fleshes out the universe, it tells us more about humanity and its place in the solar system, about how things were as we were starting to join the galactic community. It's just a really fun story Kaiden's got. Okay, I'm being a bit mean to Kaiden when I said his story's not the best one. I think Kaiden, Garrus and Rex all have good stories. Liara, Ashley and Tali, their stories are a bit more personal, so they don't really tell you as much about the galaxy.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
And there we go, that's all he wants to say, for now at least, and when you've done a proper big mission, you can come back, get a bit more information, though now we've kind of, you know, gone into a little bit of detail, it won't take so long to do the next ones. And there's a sleeper pod over there we're going to be wanting to look at for another nice 46 XP, lovely. Kaiden's a funny one, by the way, which is, in this game, he is exclusively heterosexual. You can only date him if you are female Shepard. But he kind of has a bit of, you know, introspection and personal growth and revelations and whatever between the first and third game, because by the third game, he is very much willing to date male Shepard. He just won't in this game, so okay, fair enough, I suppose. If you don't want to speak to everyone, by the way, that's fine. But if there is one character you want to ultimately date in this game, it is important at the bare minimum you go through their conversations.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
You've got to love Liara at this early stage in Mass Effect 1. If you know where the trilogy's going, if you're like, you know, you're coming back to enjoy this, having played the original long ago, Liara goes on a journey, but at this point in her journey, she's so bloody naive and socially awkward. She grows a lot over the course of the trilogy. Still, eyes on the prize here, down in the cargo hold. I've been buying licenses left, right and centre. Let's see if the shop's got anything for me. Because I'm up to almost 50 grand, admittedly there's still more expensive stuff going on, and oh my, level 6 stuff already in the shop, and I can wear that. Medium armor human, I can now wear. That is so far ahead of what I've got. That's a huge, huge bonus in terms of shields, so unfortunately, we can't quite afford that one. Then again, maybe if I sell some of the stuff, yeah, look at this. I don't really need this rifle in many ways. I've just been picking up whole piles of rifles I don't really need. No one needs assault rifles. So, you know what? We can just keep the best of what we have got here. We don't need that. Just keep on selling. Oh, and I'm glad I was checking before I was selling, because apparently I've picked up the Stinger 4. Now, what I've been using so far is the Stinger 2. So, that ludicrous mega pistol, I've now got an even better one. Oh, now that's the flipping stuff. Transfer all that over. Marvellous. And use the lookers over here if I want to, yes, plug other stuff onto other people. So, Liara, you can now have the Stinger 2, because you're going to be needing pistols as far as possible. That's all you're really going to be using. And there we go, a handful more random bits and pieces picked up, and I can just about afford Predator 6. So the shop's going to let me skip quite ahead in terms of tech, and seriously, this is huge. Damage protection, so yeah, less damage coming in, together with ridiculous amounts of shields. I'm buying it. Why not? Why the flip not indeed? Oh, now that's a step forward. I love it, and it looks pretty damn badass too. Lovely. Also, I forgot to give Liara her new Biotic amp, so cooldown bonus, spectacular. That's precisely what I wanted to say. I want her spamming her powers as often as possible. There is, by the way, no such thing as Asari armor. She just wears light human armor. So if you've got light human armor, just give that to her. You know what, we'll catch up with everyone else another day. No need to do all the conversations in one go. Instead, with that giant pile of armor, I kind of want to try out my brand new shield. So, okay, let's go back to the Citadel. We've got a handful of things to turn in there. And once again, I just love the connection. Alright, I've brought in stock at the Citadel, so how do I get from my ship to the Citadel? Well, I walk over to the door, and it gets scanned by going through the airlock. So, select my team. Obviously, you guys are coming along because you guys are the best. And now we just get ourselves scanned right here, and as soon as the game is done loading, but pretending to do a scan or pressurizing or whatever, there we go. We're now actually ashore, and I just love it. I just love it so much. I hate the shuttle in Mass Effect 2 and 3. How all of a sudden everything was, oh yeah, go down to the shuttle and the Normandy will just be, I don't know, somewhere, but the shuttle will just land. Because it meant there was no connection between the Normandy and where it was going. You didn't even know where the bloody Normandy was. It was so much better when the Normandy had to land because it gave a sense of connection of space, damn it. Also, many chances, yes, I thought you might be waiting for me, buddy.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Norman.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. Then the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
And all of a sudden, yes, you can sort of see what's going on here, which is, in this game, Paragon versus Renegade means something very specific. It kind of shifts over the course of the franchise, actually. But in Mass Effect 1, it makes the most consistent sense, which is basically Paragon, what it really means is intergalactic internationalism versus human-first isolationism for Renegade. So, yes, it's all about humanity figuring out its place in the galaxy. If you go Paragon, you're saying, hey, we should all cooperate and be best friends. And if you're going Renegade, then you're saying, no, humanity should stick together. I don't really trust the aliens. And, in all fairness, many of the aliens don't really trust you either. So, it's a bit more of an even discussion in some cases than I might make it sound there. But, as I say, we're going to be Paragon because when you hit Mass Effect 3, you're going to be really glad you're Paragon when people aren't dying who might die otherwise. So, yes, you know what? I am going to say it's a lovely opportunity, even though this Admiral is not going to be convinced.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
I'm going to be honest, he is completely 100% right, because what I'm going to say now is, oh yeah, so it's good that the commander has an overview of the whole situation, so he stays towards the rear by the galaxy map, and he's not right by the helmsman at the front. Every single cutscene in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. If you're on the Normandy and something dramatic happens, what's the first thing that happens? Shepard sprints to the front of the boat to stand next to Joker. Every cocking time. He never, ever hangs out by the CIC. He just bloody doesn't. So, I'm going to be honest, this guy has a point. He 100% has a point, yes. Though, I'm going to say it's a nice Turian design, even though, if it is, I'm going to completely ignore it and misuse it.
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Okay, on this, he's talking nonsense. An invisible stealth ship is hugely useful, constantly, throughout the franchise.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
I love his reading of that line, by the way, which is, he sounds, you know, a bit displeased about the Krogans, even though there was a massive Krogan rebellion that nearly wiped out everyone else. It was a nightmare, it was a galaxy-threatening event. But no, he's more upset with the Turians. Why? Because humanity wasn't around at the time of the Krogan rebellions. Humanity's first contact war was against the Turians, where the Turians absolutely whipped humanity's arse because humanity had no experience in space combat before. So when the Turians showed up, they won easily. So as a result, this guy in the military is way more upset by Turians on board than he is by a Krogan, even though anybody else in any other species, if they were themselves isolationist in favour of their own species, would almost certainly be more upset by the Krogan. It's a lovely line reading. It's a really, really lovely touch in the script there. I love it.
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
Oh, I'm just shy, apparently, of, yes, one more thing where I could say we should all be friends and cuddle under a rainbow or something.
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
I love that guy. He's such a dick. But his tiny little side mission he does there is just really, really charming. Oh, and here's another old friend. Oh my, right. Hello over there.
Commander Shepard? Khalees had been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
I love this, by the way, because if you just say yes and are then completely honest with her, like, you know, you're very open, you're very friendly, you get yelled at later and told no, you didn't do the right thing because you're literally a Spectre, you are a human commander. It's kind of important you keep some stuff secret because otherwise there might be political fallout. So yes, you've got to be careful what you do or don't say, which is marvelous.
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
The Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
Ooh, I've got enough points here to be read if I want to. So yes, you can see here what I was just talking about very explicitly, where you're basically being spoken to by someone who has a slightly humans first agenda going on. Clearly, we don't really know what's going on with her newspaper or whatever it is she's broadcasting to. But yes, the implications are pretty clear. She's asking very leading questions here, where she kind of wants you to say, yes, the Citadel are trying to make me screw over humanity, what a bunch of dicks, or no, they know better, they wouldn't dare stand up to humanity, yay for humans. Or I can say, no, it's not like that, we're all working together, which is what I'm going to do.
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
So yes, at this point I could say, well, the Turians helped build it actually, or we could keep it a bit more vague. I'm not really sure whether I should, by the way. Is that going to be a good idea? Or I could just shut down the interview at any point, or I can keep it vague and say, you know what, she's pretty darn good, though I think it's okay to say the Turians helped fund it. I think that's public knowledge.
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
Ooh, okay. Ooh, you can punch her in this game. Okay. I mean, I don't want to, because I did say, oh yeah, I'm being Paragon in this game. But she is a dick. She is a dick, and you can just sort of punch her. I mean, I feel like I've already been very nice and cuddly with her. Alright, I gave her a really nice detailed answer, and I mean, if you punch her, you can keep punching her in subsequent games. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna be nice one more time at least.
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes, but you do work for the Citadel now, Commander. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Okay, this is the point where you definitely shouldn't start, you know, shooting your mouth off too much in either direction. So I can say, nope, can't say, I can just say the interview's over. Okay, now's a good time to punch her in the face. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you a scoop here, an exclusive. Here is an exact recreation of what I'm planning to do to Saren's bloody face.
I've had enough of your snide insinuations.
You son of a bitch! I'll make sure everyone in the Alliance sees that. Your career is over.
She says that. That's fine. It's not going to be a problem. I mean, I might get a little bit yelled at in future for that. But I'm sure it's all a-okay. I mean, I'm a Spectre now. What can they bloody do to me? Nothing. Though, yeah, bear in mind, just by scavenging around a bit, I was able to get my hands on about 70 grand to buy this here armor. So, if we go back to the Rec Officer and, yeah, the Spectre headquarters. Okay, for some reason, he's decided he can't be asked to actually, sell the Spectre gear to me on this occasion. So, okay, possibly, you know, the reporter was right. I might have just been fired as a Spectre. That's a bit of a shame. Still, if I can get some money together, I can buy a new license while I'm here. So, yeah, let's get that done at least. There we go. Just enough. Marvellous. Conrad Werner's back as well. Marvellous.
Hey, there are rumors on the extranet that you've been made the first human Spectre. That's incredible.
When you say rumours, it was done in, like, you know, an open public session. There were people watching from the balcony nearby when, okay, you are one bloody dumb bastard, Conrad.
Being a Spectre is a big responsibility. I just want to make humanity proud.
The vids are all talking about Commander Shepard fighting for all of us back home. And they also say that you don't take crap from anybody. You're showing them what humans can do. Hey, can I get your picture?
Okay, I punched one reporter. Other than that, I've been very cuddly.
I don't have a problem with it, but why?
You're a hero, Shepard. Decades from now, humanity's going to remember you, and I'll have your picture. Just hold up your gun. Perfect. Thanks again, Commander. I'm gonna hang this in my living room. My wife will love it.
Conrad's just the best. I love him so much. So, step 1, back to the embassies. You may recall, yes, last episode, we kind of accidentally murdered the, sister of Nasana Dantius. She was going to tell us to do it, but we kind of just, got a bit ahead of ourselves and, murdered her first. So, I mean, she wanted us to do it, so I'm sure that's all absolutely a-okay. Yes, sorry about that, by the way.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
Oh no, I've got a much better idea.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
This, by the way, is huge, and there's a level up too, because yes, that is elite Asari mods in terms of biotics. So, if you thought Liara was powerful now, just wait until a really powerful mod starts showing up in the shops. Then, oh my, she's just spamming powers all day, every day. Right, Gareth, brother, dead. Sorry about that. Money, please.
Any news? Did you find my brother yet?
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you for finding him. It's better to know one way or the other. That's what they say, right? Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
You just handed over money, right? Because I expect to be... He didn't hand over any money. What a bastard. Oh, and Emily Wong's back again. That's a nice, easy thing while I'm passing by. Hello, Emily.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
Honestly, this is super easy. She just wants to make sure air traffic controllers aren't being overworked, nip up to traffic control, it's by CSEC, drop off a bug, come straight back, no trouble. There we go, just dropped it over there. Very, very nice big old terminal right here, by the way, just lovely. And there we go, Paragon, money, XP, nice and easy. But the big one is Kahoku. Because yes, we found right at the beginning of this episode, his troops dead in the middle of a Thresher Moor nest.
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a Thresher Maw.
A Thresher Maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a Thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the Thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Anything you need from me?
Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
Now, you might think that'd just be the end of that, but no, it's not. He'll be back in touch later and begin a pretty darn major little side mission that has big consequences for your understanding of Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, and in particular, Shepard, if you've got a sole survivor origin. Ah, yes, and speaking of surprisingly large side missions, if you just bother to nip over to the shops over here, travel to the financial district, Helena Blake. Hello over there.
Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
And yes, interestingly, this did happen sometimes in Mass Effect 1, which is the natural option if you're just thinking, well, I'm a Paragon, so I'll always choose the option that's a bit up, because Paragon is up and Renegade is down, is to say, no, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not just a bloody assassin, that's not my job. But instead, yes, let's see how honest she's willing to be about her interest in this.
And what do you get out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative ventures, but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship. Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
This does seem like an obvious setup, yes.
I eliminate them, and then you take over and try to eliminate me. How stupid do I look?
While I appreciate your estimation of my bravado, I have no intention of attempting to murder you.
Well, we'll see how she feels about this in the long run, but go on. Even though it's actually a neutral option, not, you know, a Paragon one, I won't say no.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Excellent. Here are the coordinates. When these men are dead, I will wait for you at the third set of coordinates. Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Would you believe we can't really 100% trust her, but we may as well, you know, get it in our journal while we're passing by.
So you've spent your entire adult life just studying old Prothean junk?
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
It's good for you. A nice explosion every now and then keeps the mind sharp.
See, this is what I mean. Rex and Liara are just wonderful together.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Ms. Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. The brass isn't happy with the way you treated her. This comes straight from the Joint Military Command.
Okay, so maybe, just maybe, I punched her a little bit in the face, but she was asking very leading questions.
Sir, she was going to make me look bad no matter what I said.
Well, there were better ways to handling it than knocking her on her ass. As satisfying as it was to see. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
There you go, you see. Commander Hackett, he knows what's what. He's on my side. And go on, I do want to try out this brand new armor, and I do have a level up in hand. So, yes, I did over here, just while I was in a lift at one point, there's a missing survey team in Antaeus in Hades Gamma. So, alright, let's see what's going on over there. Here we go, Hades Gamma right next door to Artemis Tau. So, we're pretty much back where we started. And if you want me to go to Antaeus ultimately, then, okay, let's just check the other systems first, just to make sure there's nothing else floating about.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, we've got a situation that requires your expertise. A group of fanatical biotics have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies. Their freighter sustained damage and is dead in space. Get in there and take them down.
Ah, now this is rather useful because we were speaking to Kaidan earlier. And we know for a fact that some biotics have some very reasonable grievances against the government. So no, you can count on me as officially, you know, the Paragon option, because I'm doing what I'm asked to do. But, actually, let's have a chat about what the biotics want.
What are the biotics asking for?
They're L2 biotics, and most of them are suffering major side effects from the implants. The subcommittee denied a request for reparations to all L2 biotics. Apparently they'd like the chairman to reconsider.
What's the priority on saving the chairman?
Saving him would be my preference, but we must make it clear that these tactics don't work, Commander. Your top priority is to neutralize the biotics.
What kind of resistance should I expect?
The biotics were seen loading equipment into the freighter. Expect traps and combat drones. Nothing you can't handle.
So yeah, I was just checking out a little system I had no reason to visit, and you just get given these little missions if you're passing by. So, okay, I'll check it out, but I'm being a bit vague, because I want to resolve this peacefully.
Understood, Admiral. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate you taking the time, Commander.
There she is, the Ontario. So, okay, as it's a Canadian ship, we're going to deal with this the Canadian way, politely. Bring along our two favourites, of course, and yes, I was saying earlier, there are 3 and only 3 environments in this game. So, we've seen the warehouse a couple of times. Say hello to the ship. We'll be seeing the ship a fair few times as well, though obviously little side missions. A very good way of getting hold of giant bloody piles of equipment that can be sold for tons of money. Oh, and speak of the devil, I've just picked up a vastly superior sniper rifle. Well, I shan't say no to that. And it's bright red too. Is it a... Okay, it's still a single shot, laddie. It's not a burst fire, though. To be honest, I'm coming round to the burst fire. That's pretty nice. So, yes, you always enter from this side. These doors never work in any capacity. Then you just take a right, heading over here. Now, we won't want about drones, so be careful. In fact, you know what? This situation here, I feel like potentially pistol might be a better idea. So, trigger that, and... Oh! Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't what I was expecting to happen. So, okay, now we've got Biotic Terrorists, but that's fine. Just because they're biotic, it doesn't mean they're not vulnerable to being, you know, ooh, you were trying to get me, weren't you? So you can just go down. I'm being knocked off my feet. Gotta watch out for some physics here. Everyone's blocked, and this can happen a lot, by the way. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, I need some flipping singularities, actually. Go! Liara! Where's Liara? Oh, Liara's not in. Heal! Okay, you guys have got barriers. I need you guys... Actually, you know what? Overload works against barrier shields. So that's your... I am about to die because I've been completely rushed. Okay, let's try that again. But bear in mind, they're gonna rush me. And, okay, I think I know what to do. Also, I might just have lost my new sniper rifle, because it was straight out of this box, and that might now spawn... No, that's the same stuff. Good, 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 good. That's already been fixed. Also, John, you've got a level up in hand. Maybe, like, use that for something. So, okay. Damping. An ability that stops biotics using their biotics. Rather bloody useful, but I can't get up to advanced immediately. I could just say instead, hey, you know what? Advanced Marksman might be a better call, because then there's loads of bonus damage, especially to the head. Or alternatively, we could say, you know what, max out Charm as much as possible. We're almost already there, because we want to talk down the actual leaders when the time comes. Don't want first aid, though. Okay, more radius is not going to hurt. I need some tech mines, damn it. So, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Though, actually, would I like... Advanced shield boost for a bit more in the way of shielding, then a bit more damping. Okay, Rex, what do we want from you? Oh, we want heavy armor for you. Yes, that's no trouble whatsoever. And as for Liara, yeah, a bit more in the way of first aid wouldn't hurt. That would definitely not hurt, actually. Or we could say, you know what, recharge time down. That's not bad, and helps first aid too. She can just be a better scientist. So, time to mission. Be aware, they're probably going to try and rush us. So I want you guys right here. Alright, I do not want you guys moving forward. Move into cover. What I can do straight away is take out that. There we go. Screw you, you stupid bastards. Right, they're now going to try and... They have knocked me over, actually. Guys, I'm already being... Guys, I'm being shot. You're being... This happens a lot, by the way. You sometimes just get knocked to the ground and then... Okay, let's try that one more time. We can do this, it's fine. Liara, I want you back in the corridor. Rex, I want you right over here. And then what I want to do is... yeah, just take out someone. Okay, now get out of the flipping way. They're going to rush me. I've got the thing right here. As soon as they come round, and no! Liara, I want a big singularity right there. And that is going to, yes, start. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Guys. Grenade. And then grenade some more. And that's going to do some good work. But they're going to try and use all their abilities. And I might have been a bit... You are now up on top of the... Run! Shepard! Shepard, run! Get out of there! Rex can take some damage, it's fine. Rex is down on the ground, obviously. I need to hit them with my damping ability. Damping! No abilities for you, you stupid losers. Rex is actually down. No, you don't. Bye. And you can't use your abilities right now. You're dead. We've got 2.5 minutes. I'm lacking some health right now. Headshot, 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 headshot. And what have we got for you? Liara, knock him down. And that's going to, yeah, do some physics damage to him. He goes down before he gets back up again. Still got 2 minutes. Probably not a bad time for Unity. Rex, back up on your feet, please. Yeah, I accidentally knocked that woman up on top, but she's dead now too. Only 1 left at this point, and probably best for me to use no shield boost. There we go, and what have we got over there? Oh, it's the guy I didn't kill earlier. Right, can someone just take care of that? 2 minutes, 2 minutes to go, and honestly, I can just knock him out. Good, 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 good. Okay. You can get swarmed in this game. Be careful. And Biotics, they'll knock you on your ass a lot, actually. Any boxes, by the way? I've got plenty of spare time, so this is no trouble. I don't see any boxes. Okay, I guess we'll go resolve the situation with the hostage. Any other rooms we can open? Well, we can get to the cockpit, apparently. That's nice. I'll be helping myself to a few bits and pieces while I'm passing by. Oh, look at that. Special light armor for a Turian. Garrus will be thrilled. Right, well, I'm glad we bothered to get that. Okay, now we're done looting the place. Hello, can we not shoot people, please? Well, okay, aside from me, I'm allowed to shoot people. Sorry about that, by the way. I am sympathetic to your cause.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade?
Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
So, yes indeed. The best option we've got to try and talk this down is... he might be your best bet, actually. He could also be lying, but maybe, if he's telling the truth, he might actually be able to get you the reparations and get you off being, you know, shot right now by me.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
Okay, but maybe you can trust me. Alright, I'm good. I'll make sure he does. I'm telling the truth at least.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth. I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
And yeah, I'm gonna be a dick here, because there was plenty of evidence. Like, literally a random member on my own crew was telling me about this earlier.
Then you weren't doing your job. A 5th Fleet cruiser will pick you and the prisoners up.
And there we go. Big old part of Paragon, regardless. Marvellous. And, ooh, more stuff to loot. Excellent. Oh, and it took a while, but I finally found a pistol that's better than the Stinger line. So, more damage, way more heatsink capacity. That's really good. Accuracy is a problem, but as we've established, accuracy is kind of irrelevant these days. So, yeah, let's make it happen. Ah, I see. Rate of fire is a bit lower. But, honestly, I think that's fine, because when I actually combine that with Marksman, that's still... I'm going to be honest, I'm not convinced, but apparently the DPS is higher, so I'll say that's okay, sure, why not? Are we definitely done looting, by the way? We're going to be back here on this ship later. But yeah, sometimes they're redressed, sometimes it's a bit more of a maze, sometimes it's wide open, sometimes it's just a bit more like this, so yeah, just kind of fun to see this ship. over and over again. We haven't seen the bunker yet, though. That's the third environment you get on random planets that aren't plot planets. So hopefully we might get to see that next time. Who flipping knows?
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Not sure why Hackett just suddenly appeared in my left ear and only my left ear at the end there, but okay, fine. Apparently that was a job well done.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
Okay, again, the last part of that message was only in my left ear. What the flip is going on here precisely? So, okay, there we go. There's Admiral Kahoku telling me about Cerberus, who, you know, feel like a pretty small side mission thing. No, they're not, and there's some severe retconning that goes on over the course of this franchise, because they blatantly changed their mind about what Cerberus was, what it should be, etc, etc. But I would say that's a pretty damn big thing. So, how about we pick that up next time, ladies and gentlemen? Because we've now got coordinates for a Cerberus base. So, yes indeed, that there seems like an excellent thing to kick off with next time. Because, oh yeah, this is a fascinating mission. Because if you miss this, and you very easily could, because it's a very small side mission really, then yeah, you've missed some really interesting stuff in terms of the continuity and what does and doesn't stand going forward. So, okay, we'll discuss Cerberus next week, ladies and gentlemen, because it's probably not what you're expecting if you've just come in from Mass Effect 2 and 3. So, let's save that discussion for the next episode. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Wait, and flamethrower! 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 Okay, so this is definitely morally questionable. The point where you start singing the flamethrower song, potentially you've gone over the line.